How's it going, everybody? I am DeanoGTO, and today we're going to be looking at the T-52, the Tier 6 reward light tank for the Russians. Now, this is a vehicle that was given out to everybody who has an account that is over 4 years old, I believe it is. So if your account was made before January 2015, then you would get one of these things for free, which is pretty awesome. And the only real downside to this tank is it's not a premium, it's a reward vehicle. And because it's a reward vehicle, it means it doesn't make credits, and it pretty much is only really good for training crews and just for having fun in. But, well, yeah, it's T-50-2. It's hard not to have fun in one of these things because it's just so ludicrously quick, as well as just having surprisingly troll armor and incredible just overall maneuverability and just general mobility as well. Like, this tank I just find just immense fun to play because it's just so quick and it's so agile. Like, it's great for dodging shots and just dealing damage gradually over the course of a game because of that 57mm gun. And by the way, that 57mm gun is fantastic perma-tracking tanks as well as just being an absolute melter, because this gun here, yeah, I just dodged that shot in the VK36. This gun here is great for doing module damage. Like, if you circle an enemy tank, you're going to be just eviscerating their internal modules as you're just sticking shots into them continuously. Because rapid firing tanks do a lot more module damage than just big single shot tanks. Like, big single shot tanks can do module damage and do significant module damage, but rapid firing tanks do a lot more module damage because of how many shots they have to put out in order to do the module damage. So yeah, like, just tanks like this are exceptionally good at just playing that role. So I roll up around this corner here. I'm actually kind of surprised that this VK is actually looking directly toward me. I try firing a couple shots at him. I take a second to fire one more shot. I punch his return shot from the 75mm gun that he's using, and fall back immediately because the enemy T-52 actually fired a shot at me and pinned me. And I'm just like, this is not a good fight for me. Why would I be involved in a fight where, well, I'm getting shot from two angles in a light tank? That's a terrible idea. So I just fall back until I fall off the map. I'm going up to try and finish off the VK, but thankfully the Hummel does it for me, so it means I don't have to take any additional damage, and I can proceed to try and scout a bit further. So just going to try and like take like a wide, like, arcing just drive around the sort of eastern side of the enemy spawn, and I'm just looking for opportunities to try and get some damage out, as well as just scouting enemy tanks. I find this artillery, and I'm just going to just auto aim on him and just fire as many shots as I can. He rolls around the corner, the IS-2 finishes him off, which was good for me because it meant that he didn't get a chance to try and splash me with an artillery HE round. And then I found the Hummel, which, well, I kind of expected him to be here, but I didn't expect him to get as close as that to actually killing me. It was actually a real surprise that he actually managed to basically kill my gunner and take off a substantial amount of my health, and that was really close. So that T-52 is going to be, like, that guy has to be pissed off because I survived that purely because I managed to avoid his ram at the last second. Like, that guy would have ended my game right there if he had made contact with my tank, but because I was just turning at the right angle, I was able to just completely avoid him. And now he's still trying to fire shots at me. He fires two more shots and misses both of them, and then the IS-2 hits him, and he gets distracted by that, starts moving towards the IS-2. I auto him towards him and start firing shots, and then the Jagdpanther finishes off the enemy T-52. And that was one of my main threats dealt with. Now it's just the E-25 and the Thunderbolt, which I'm really aware of now, because, well, never mind, the E-25 has just been eviscerated, so no longer need to worry about that guy. But I was mainly worried about those guys because those guys have the rate of fire to spam shots and potentially get lucky. The 45 TP and the Tiger 1, they have decent rate of fire with their 9mm guns or 88mm guns respectively, but they're not really that good just spamming shots and getting lucky hits, because even though the reloads are quick for that sort of alpha damage, they're not like 2 or 3 seconds, they're like 6 seconds typically. So I start circling this Tiger 1, but he loses all of his health before I can really get into like a circle strafing motion, and I finished off that game with 900 damage and 4000 assistance damage, and that felt like a really fast game. And I feel like my commentary was okay on that one, because, not gonna lie, I tried recording this like 7 times, and I'm not really used to recording on this sort of gameplay, so it's actually very tricky to actually get a good commentary out of them. So I feel like that one went alright. I think I'll probably use that one for the actual video. But yeah, this game was worth over 1300 base XP, which was enough for an ace tanker, and I also got a medal which I don't recognize and can't think of the name of, as well as a patrol duty, as you would probably expect given the amount of spot and damage that I managed to get in that particular match. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting match. It really just showed the mobility of this tank and the flexibility of this tank to be able to just motor around the map at massive speed and just continuously light up the enemy tanks. And by the way, if you're wondering what equipment I use in this thing, it's rammer, vents, and coded optics, because this tank was always an active scout, so why change from the theme? Like, active scouting was this tank's like just bread and butter. So I just figured may as well stick with the legacy of the tank and just always just go for the active scouting role if at all possible. Now it does kind of suck that the well, it doesn't kind of suck. Like, it's actually kind of a cool thing that's going to come in the future, but the French wheeled vehicles will likely take away from this thing's active scouting like role a bit. But from what I've seen, those tanks are going to have incredibly limited view ranges, so those tanks might not be quite as good as people are expecting. So this thing here might still be one of the best active scouters in the game in the future. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.